You feel it, don't you? That invisible war, quiet but constant inside your own chest. A tug of war between what you want to do and what you know you should do. One part of you wants to rise, build, and grow. The other just wants to escape. Delay, lie down. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're human. This tension, this inner friction is ancient. It's not new, and it's not yours alone. It is the battlefield the Bhagavad Gita speaks of. Not just the literal Kurukshetra, but the psychological one. Arjuna's hesitation before the war mirrors our modern hesitation before life. His chariot stands still, right at the edge between duty and doubt, and yours does too. You want to know your purpose, but every time you reach for it, the fog returns. What if I'm not ready? What if I fail? What if I don't really want this? Krishna doesn't comfort Arjuna with soft words. He doesn't say, "It's okay, rest for now." He says, "Stand up and fight," because the only way to clarity is action. Purpose doesn't come by thinking harder. It reveals itself when you move, when you struggle, when you act despite not having all the answers. We've been sold the lie that you must find your purpose before you begin. But the Gita teaches the opposite. Begin and purpose will find you. Your inner battle is not a flaw, it's your training ground. It's there to sculpt you, to test whether you'll serve your highest self or your excuses. Modern life is full of noise, but your soul doesn't shout, it whispers. And every time you silence it by distraction, addiction, delay, you push your destiny further away. That's the real pain, not failure, but not even trying. In today's world, the battle isn't fought with weapons. It's fought with choices. Will you wake up or stay asleep? Will you scroll or create? Will you numb yourself or rise? This war is happening now, inside you, every single day. Most people live as if they'll live forever. They drift, not because they lack ambition, but because they never pause to ask, what am I willing to fight for? In the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna doesn't face just an army. He faces himself, his fear, his attachments, his confusion. And that's where the real war begins. Because the enemy outside is never stronger than the doubt within. Krishna tells him something powerful. You have a right to perform your duty, but not to the fruits of your actions. In one line, he destroys the modern disease of overthinking. You don't need to control the outcome. You just need to act, honorably, consistently, without clinging. Today, we're overwhelmed by the illusion of options. Too many paths, too many voices, too many distractions. We scroll endlessly, comparing, envying, postponing, waiting for a sign, for motivation, for permission. But clarity is earned through motion, not meditation. You don't figure it all out by sitting still. Your direction sharpens when you start walking. Your strength appears when you show up daily, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Arjuna learns this the moment he chooses to fight, not for ego, not for revenge, but because it is his dharma, his sacred duty. What is yours? It may not be glamorous, it may not be Instagram-worthy, but you know what it is. It's the thing that keeps calling you, even when you try to ignore it. It's the discomfort that won't leave until you rise and meet it. Every day you avoid this inner war, it grows stronger. Not because the battle is unwinnable, but because you surrender without ever stepping into the arena. But there's good news. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to step forward. As Krishna said, better to live your own path imperfectly than to imitate another's perfectly. In a world obsessed with imitation, the Gita dares you to be real, to embrace your path, even if it's messy, even if it scares you, because walking your truth will always be more powerful than chasing someone else's dream. Here's a truth we rarely admit. Most people are not lost, they are afraid of being found. Why? Because the moment you know your purpose, you can no longer hide. You can't blame your past, you can't numb your present, you can't make excuses. You have to rise. You have to choose courage over comfort, discipline over dopamine, conviction over convenience. The battlefield of life does not care about your feelings, but it will respect your actions. And that's the essence of the Gita. It's not about religion, it's not about mythology, it's about inner revolution. Krishna wasn't trying to make Arjuna a better warrior. He was trying to make him a more awakened human. And in doing so, he gave us all a roadmap, a guide for those stuck in indecision, a mirror for those lost in the noise, a weapon for those too tired to fight. And you, yes, you, have this guide within. Every time you feel that inner pull to change, that's your Krishna whispering. Every time you feel shame for avoiding your duty, that's your Arjuna hesitating. But hesitation is human. And the Gita never says to eliminate it. It says, act anyway. You don't wait for all the answers. You don't wait for the fear to vanish. You draw your bow, you aim your arrow, and you trust that when you walk the path of purpose, life aligns behind you. This is your battlefield, your Kurukshetra. It might be your desk, your addiction, your broken relationship, your forgotten dream. Whatever it is, face it. Because on the other side of that fear is a freedom no one can take from you. So ask yourself, are you Arjuna, frozen in doubt? Or are you ready to become the warrior you were born to be? The world doesn't need more spectators. It needs more souls on fire. This was episode 2 of Reprogram Your Mind. We explored how the Gita doesn't ask us to escape life, but to engage with it fully and fiercely. In the next episode, we'll dive into the stoic wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and how embracing mortality leads to unshakable peace. Until then, reflect, subscribe, and remember, your soul already knows the path. Now, it's time to walk it.